From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. Righteous son that be the first carries the jewel. Jewel falls from the sun hand as the tool, but the last shall be first and rule as the jewel. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. Righteous son that be the first carries the jewel. Jewel falls from the sun hand as the tool, but the last shall be first and rule as the jewel. That's the child of Bashan, produce smoke from the drop of Yahweh, Yah Most High shine. Cosmic doom of the watch, spark within darkness. Yah mine in the outer black caucus. Limitless, eternal images crossing over as seas and mother's wombs, being formed in bloom as a Hebrew Israelite, divine light, body of the Sephiroth, can the manifest power. Crush gold, silver, bronze, and iron from Daniel's visions. Four kingdoms diminishing, mathematic judgment reign supreme, absolute authority. Palm, poison, ivy, the shadow of Egypt, called democracy, ruled by demonic beings, stopping righteous creeds. Kingdom resurrect theocracy, using Tanakh, teachers from the all-I-See. Yahweh, Allah, Hayam, will forever be. Absolute reality, knowledge overstanding through wisdom, manifest ether, good, right, burn good from evil, evil. Jacob rises, Edom falls without sequel. Words can be lethal, it's truth to be used. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. Righteous son that be the first carries the jewel. Jewel falls from the sun hand as the tool, but the last shall be first and rule as the jewel. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. Righteous son that be the first carries the jewel. Jewel falls from the sun hand as the tool, but the last shall be first and rule as the jewel. Invaders took space with wicked behavior. Spooks sat beside the door, be the traitor that was trained by the slaver, being the slave, eating beef and swine and signing his name on the bloody line amongst a round table. They got sheep trapped around wolves in the stable, wrap their minds with religion. True bank cereals, reaching living temples, transcend to the temple. Yah's battle axe, big nails, Maccabean hammer, beyond 9 inches. True fast, no dimension, no division. 12 stones, the 12 tribes be the soul of the human body. Light of the Mahdi, manifest landing. Warring spirit of God, Ben Ami, son to my beef, Mizraim. Knowledge bring us out, the house of bondage. As the prince of power, devour chaos. Stay Dracula, divine horn, rhinoceros. Death for Bram Stoker, prophecy of truth been fulfilled for the youth. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. Righteous son that be the first carries the jewel. Jewel falls from the sun hand as the tool, but the last shall be first and rule as the jewel. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we travel through. Righteous son that be the first carries the jewel. Jewel falls from the sun hand as the tool, but the last shall be first and rule as the jewel.
Yeah. Welcome to the Lion's Den. You know what it is. You know what I mean? Big shout out to the Queen, Sister Karima, JJ7000, and my brother Tarcori right here. You know what I'm saying? We in here to do a little review of a video that was made without, of course, throwing stones from the distance, without the one brother to defend himself. So he gonna come in and we're gonna do a review of this. So with that said, everybody, we're gonna, of course, as we always do, You know what I'm saying? Everybody introduce yourself. Sister Karima.
Shalom to everybody out there that's watching and listening. Shalom to everybody that's on bingo watching and listening. And that was Mighty Hebrew, Journey to the Dark Side of the Moon, new album. Don't copy it. Go listen. It's got some fire on there.
Shalom, sis. And JJ 7000. You've been a little ghost for a minute. Introduce yourself. Let them know who the people's champ is.
Peace and blessings. I'm just here for the comments.
Con,
Shalom.
con. Yeah, this is your show, Tarcori. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know where you can be found. You know what I'm saying? And let's get this video in. Sister Karima, you got the link so you can share it.
No, he on his laptop. He can share it. I think he on his laptop.
Okay. You found it, Tarcori?
Yeah. Yeah. See, I ain't even know about that darn
All right.
claim, all that stuff that he
That's
was
what I'm
talking
saying.
before the damn debate or freaking preliminary that he want to claim was a debate.
Right.
So here's the thing right here. All this stuff came out because I was giving him that work in a back chat about gravity, and I could show the conversation that we had and stuff about gravity, and I was giving him that work, and so we were supposed to do a debate about gravity, you know what I'm saying? And I told him that I was
Okay.
getting off work. I told him I was getting off work and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show the conversation that we had about gravity that triggered the man to want to debate about gravity.
Okay. Introduce yourself. Let all the people know who you are. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the only people out of 4 people who smushed my head in a debate. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that L. It is what it is. This is Tarcori Dawson. Let them know who you are, man.
Yeah, yeah. My bad for not introducing myself at first, by the way. But yeah, I'm Tarcori Dawson. Alice name TKO. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I they well Jeremiah Judah gave me the name at first in my first debate when I ended somebody's career in the first round and stuff like that. And I've been called TKO ever since then. And I've been doing debates in the Lions Den, and sometimes I go to other platform. I got a book coming out called Vessel. It's about a young black man who could control blood. My Facebook is actually Tarcori Dawson. You know what I'm saying? That's my Facebook. My YouTube, I'm still trying to get my videos loaded up on my YouTube. Don't know why the heck that ain't come up yet. But yeah. Uh
Okay.
yeah, so that's who I am and stuff. So, a lot of my work is actually on the streets where I teach to other people and deal with other people. So yeah. So
Con. So yeah. So without further ado, I'll introduce myself, and then you know what I'm saying, and then to Corey, you can go ahead and begin to let the people know, since people want to make videos where they ain't, you know what I'm saying, present to defend themselves, we gonna respond, right? So you know who it is? It's the most hated, the most underrated, the most underdebated, the most underestimated.
you there, bro?
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, he fell out.
Where people are making videos
Ah, there you
behind
go.
people's backs. Yeah, you hear me? Y'all can hear
Yeah.
me?
Now we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Y'all didn't hear me? Y'all didn't hear my intro?
We kind of heard a little bit of it.
Not really.
All right, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it. And then you got the General Yashar, you know what I'm saying? So it's the most hated, the most underrated, the most underdebated, the most underestimated, educated. The Smusher has the Smushinator, yo Smusher man, baby. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna let Corey get it in. General Yashar, introduce yourself to the people, and then you know what I'm saying, we're gonna rock out.
Shalom family, Commander General Yashard, tanks on the ground, source up and shut up, Lions Den, motivated focus. We about to listen to our brother bring it out. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole lot of information on this topic. You know what I mean? Been having plenty of discussions, plenty of debates on this very topic. So be more than ready. So if you got your pens and your pads ready, take some notes. Shalom.
Con. So you already know, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new to us. This, this something we debate on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, brother Tarcori, when you're ready to share your screen and bring out the first piece, and then you want to share what this dude just posted out there with the gravity situation when you weren't there, you know what I'm saying, to defend yourself, you know what I'm saying? We can do that. I'm gonna be right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fall back and I'm gonna let Tarcori, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, my brother TKO. Knock
All
him
right.
out.
Yeah, let me share my screen real quick. See, I didn't even know he was talking that hot noise uh before the debate, you know what I'm saying? But let me share my screen. Is my screen up? Y'all see my
Yep, we
screen?
see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, I see it, brother. Yep.
Okay,
Con.
so now this is the conversation as y'all can see right here. This is the just in case back chat where I met this guy at. And you know, I start off by saying flat MF and power, and then I posted the image of the flat earth, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying some stuff like nobody disputes that in 2017 there's no method for people to leave the low earth orbit. You guys are incredibly stupid. So I posted this right here from NASA admits they can't leave into low earth orbit. So when he say nobody had that method, nobody disputed the method of people leaving low earth orbit, of not leaving low earth orbit, I went to his own NASA, his daddy NASA right there, and they saying it out their mouth they ain't even developed the technology to even go out there. So now, look at this right here. So this right here, it says, "This is me." I said, "Michael Toon, this means this is your nightmare for you globe earthers." And he said, "No, it's not, idiot. But but we know that your flat earthers is a synonym for idiot. You know how a lot of those, European globe earthers doing stuff like that. They like to talk down on other people and run their mouth and talk down on flat earthers and stuff. We don't even do that. We just debunk this man's stuff with the information. So I said, I bet you can't prove gravity exists. Since we so stupid, prove gravity exists. So he said, prove is a pseudoscience. Wait a minute, what? Let me show y'all something real quick. This man is in college and he don't know what the term prove means. So watch this. To demonstrate the truth of existence of something by the event or evidence or argument. So this fool right here said prove is a pseudoscience position. You just admitted to being a pseudoscientist because I told him to prove gravity, which mean what? Demonstrate the truth of it. Scientific methods, proof, field work. He called that pseudoscience. So that let me know where his mind was right there. And he said, yes, read Karl Popper. Yeah, Karl Popper. Science is about falsification and confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Falsification and confirmation, not proving. Your ignorance doesn't change this. Well, I didn't make this definition up. I obviously didn't make this definition up. So now here's the thing. It said confirm it. So now I'm gonna play his game since he like to move the jump goal post and be a frog jumping up on different types of lily pads to avoid the work. So now it says confirm that it's confirm it exists. I gotta see this. So as you see, this is the definition that I just showed y'all. Prove. So he don't know what he's talking about. So it said makes sense that you globe earthers is calling proof pseudoscience. Then I tagged Javante. These the type of globe earthers you entertain. So now watch this. He says number 8, nobody debunked the Cambridge experiment. That's what they used to prove the gravity. And it said, here you are having done no science experiment, never written a hypothesis, never actually done science, and you think in extreme ignorance that you know science better than scientists that do know science. So now I went, I said I did. I said I did. Want me to show you? So I challenged him to let me show him one of my scientific videos that I use, and it was a demonstration on how the sunset how the sunset work on the flat Earth. So now, this is the Cambridge experiment that I had Googled right here, and you see right here it says to find the wire's torsion coefficients, the torque exerted by the wires of a angle of twist, Cavendish time, and natural oscillation period. The balance rotates counterclockwise. So he actually tried to use this right here to try to confirm that gravity exists. So now it says, now I says this right here. I said I need to know though what type of technology that they have back then to be able to lift something that's 348 pounds like them lead balls they used back then. So watch this. Here you go right here. Two lead spheres, one attached to each end. Two 12-inch, 300 millimeters, and a 348 slash 158 kilogram pound of lead ball located near the smaller balls 8.85 inches away. So that lets you know right there. So I asked him, let me get off that. So I asked this man to show me that. And it says, that's not refutation. Do the analysis. Show your work. Well, here's the thing. I don't believe in gravity. I shouldn't be doing the work for you. You believe in gravity, so you got to do the work. All you have is incredibility. Not my job to teach you. See, every time you ask them deep questions or critical thinking questions, this how they respond. Not my job to teach you the history of construction, but I can give you a hint. You will not know what it means if you have to look it up. Black, and that's called studying. That's called doing research. You supposed to look stuff up. Why you think? Why you think it's called proof, or what he would say confirmation? And it said, and I said, so you don't know. I said, so you don't know how they was able to lift 348 pounds of lead in the 1700s. So the shit fake. So he said, I do. You don't because you're ignorant. Now, instead of showing me, he just used ad hominems. All I did was ask you globetrotters. Ask a question. Why you globetrotters so emotional? What you did was show you're an ignorant idiot. So I'm an idiot for asking him a question. That's I'm an idiot for questioning him because their science don't want you questioning them. You just gotta take it and go with it. When you question them, you gotta be an idiot for questioning them. Now, Michael Toon, you telling me that gravity is a universal force that takes up to 15 minutes, yeah, a universal force take up to 15 minutes to pull a torsion balance 2 centimeters clockwise and counterclockwise to two lead balls that's 348 pounds. This is your answer on why gravity can hold down a heavy 7-ton elephant, but at the same time let a balloon lighter than air float up. And he says, show your work. Show my work of a balloon floating up in the air and a goddamn freaking heavy 7-ton elephant staying on the ground. Okay. Go to the zoo and let a balloon go. But you aren't even referring to the publication it sent. You didn't even look. All you is doing is parroting. So he said, all I'm doing is parroting. So now I said, so you're not going to answer the question at hand? He said, you have ignored the evidence I provided. I said, I read about the Cambridge experiment. That's why I asked you. You ignored the evidence I provided. I'll send it again so you can ignore it again. I read it. So, and I'm saying, I read the shit. You ignoring my question. And he said, you haven't had time to read it. Now, I told him I just refuted it by telling him that ain't no way in hell back then they had the technology to even lift up 348 pounds of lead of a lead ball to even do the experiment because they would have to position that thing. It said if you think there's a problem with that, present the analysis you did. Be certain incorporate the law of gravity, the forces of the torsion wire, and the conversation of the torsion wire. So far, you presented incredibility. So I said not credibility, but hated by emotional globalists like you. Hey, you can't break this. Hey, can you break this mathematic equation down? And this is the mathematic equation that I asked them to break down. Now, this is a college professor. So I asked them, break this mathematics down. Now, let me show you how he responds, because this is in his source that I screenshotted that he told me to read. So I told him, break this down. And look, I said, Michael, break this math problem down. This is how you respond. Not my responsibility to teach you math. So he's saying, so when I asked him a question about this, let me go back up. When I asked him a question about this, when he said it's not my job, let me see if I can go back to it. When he was saying something about construction, talk about it's not my job to teach you construction or something like that. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, here you go, right here. I said, I need you to show how did they have the technology back then to lift up a 348-pound ball of lead or 2 lead balls and stuff like that. He said, not my job to teach you the history of construction. So now when I asked him about that, it's not his job. He make the claim, but he said he don't have to do the job. He don't have to do the work. Now I'm asking him, break this math problem down since you gave me the freaking source. He's giving you math problems that he can't break down. So this is a belief. This is where you take mathematics, which is facts, and you turn it into a belief by giving math problems that you don't even know how to break down. So you can't even give me the proper function of these different type of experiments that you implying all of this math on. And then he said, not my responsibility to teach you math. You should have paid attention in school. He didn't pay attention in school because he would have gave the math problem. If you don't want to break the math problem down, then why you bring the source out? Now watch this. He said, so I said, oh, I meant to say you don't know how to break it down, do you? And then he said, I took these classes. I said, okay, break it down. He said, you seem confused. You have the burden of evidence, not me. So how I got the burden of evidence when you posted the darn source? Why you want me to help you with your work? I'm against gravity. You for gravity. You supposed to be proving gravity. Come on now, that's just like you in court and a attorney, and you got 2 attorneys and your prosecutor try to get you to help him throw your client in jail. That don't even make no sense. So so I went back into his source and I said, break these problems down. VA equals V0 plus V, sine 2 pi equals phi. And the same with that, but with B. And then the minus. So 2 opposing mathematical concepts, but with same variables. He couldn't do it. Here's another one. He couldn't break them down. All of this stuff just to justify this torus imbalance. All of this stuff. He can't break it down. And this is what happened. This is the thing about globe earthers like him. He bring all of these advanced mathematical equations and he don't know any of them. He don't know how to do any of them. I'm telling him break these things down. He said, not my job to understand it for you. That's your job. Bro, I don't care about this. You need to break it down and show you know what you're talking about. So a lot of these college professors, they don't know math like that. They don't know mathematics like that. They just don't. A lot of them don't. They talk a good game, but he don't. He talk about, but you cannot because you are barely past high school and never took physics, calculus, differential equations, or other universal science. And I said, that's bad because you got a degree and you still don't know it. How you trying to make me figure out your source? He said, not my job to explain it to you. Oh, but it's your job to post the information. Now make it make sense. Come on now. You can't start claiming you dig in the ground and stick a shovel in the ground and not dig anything up. That's you being a starter and not a finisher. So this is how the debate went down. And these are just math equations that he can't break down that's in his source. In the source he posted, he told me to read it. When I read it, I asked him break down the equations and he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. He can't break none of these equations down. He can't do it. And he said, you don't have the background. It's his opportunity to show us. And I said, what about this math problem? I said, man, fuck a excuse my language, F a university. You the reason why I say that. But I have questions for you about this experiment. He said, you also need a class in statistics and dynamics. So I said, now, Michael, you telling me that gravity, this universal force, takes up to 15 minutes to pull Yeah, I asked him the same question. How is gravity, this force that's universal, that can hold down trillions and billions of tons of water, take 15 minutes to pull a 2 centimeter torsion balance? It don't even make no sense. Two completely opposing concepts. So he says this shows that you never even covered the conversations about momentum in elementary. And it says often covered in the first time in about fourth grade. That's how I know you never did science in high school. I mean, of course, I had to do science in high school and pass it to get a diploma. I mean, no, duh. And so he said, so which of these so now I catch him in a lie, contradicting himself. First he said the Cavendish experiment proved gravity. Now he's saying it proved momentum now. So that's why I said, so which one is the Cavendish experiment proving, gravity or momentum? He said, all you keep doing is showing that you too stupid. But he the one can't be consistent with his own information. He's saying it proved gravity and momentum are two different things. Said one more idiot flat earther cannot even grasp the basics. I can't. If let's say if it is the basics, you contradicting yourself on basic stuff. So how you gonna tell me anything about advanced stuff when you can't even tell me about the simple stuff? You claim that's simple, but you can't break it down. He said, you are unaware of the laws of motions. I said, at least I had the sense to cheat. I was being sarcastic. At least I had the sense to cheat. You wasted years in a university and came out empty-headed. You should have cheated. Hello. And then I pulled up this equation right here. Once again, in his source, asking him to break it down. I said, here's another one you could have broke down if you listened in college. So you said, I can, but you lack. See, he keeps saying what he can do, but he's not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even in our debate, he couldn't break the stuff down. It took him a while to find out what was 20 times 9.8, which is a first grade math problem. But he also said that he saved the math problems in his since high school. So you saved all those math problems in high school, but it took you a while to get 20 times 9.8 since high school. So you saved all those math problems in high school. So yeah, I'm taking down the screen now. So this is why I don't really deal with a lot of these college professors and stuff, because they like to bring all of these different math problems. Now, I'm not against math. I'm not. I can tell you right now that 9.8 times 50 is 490. You know what I'm saying? I can break those little math equations down simple due to the fact. But the thing is, when you bring math equations that you can't do and expect me to believe this, then that mean I can't believe it. Math equations, they're important, but they ain't nothing if you don't know where to put them at. So now he also said this right here that we were supposed to do in the debate. Now I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen. I'm gonna scroll down on the conversation a little bit. Now, we made agreement that in this debate we will do a scientific method, which means scientific demonstrations. Let me see if I can go up to it. Yeah, let me see if I could go up to it. Because we both agreed on the scientific demonstration, you know. And then he makes stupid, childish claims, talk about Javante need to eat crayons. Little stupid stuff like that. He think he's so smart, but he can't even show me how water can ball up into a ball and be dispensed in the air. We know that water can't be dispensed in the air simply due to the fact that water is heavier than the surrounding medium that is in. So therefore it has more resistance, so it's foul. But yet they talking about a magical floating ball of water, but yet he want to call flat earthers crayon chewers. Now watch this right here. This is just a little simple stuff. Little simple stuff. I'm not bringing out like the real stuff. I'm not bringing out like the real stuff, like just in case, like, nah. I want y'all to pay attention to the waters and stuff in this photo. Now, if you pay attention to this different type of how water behaves, water always finds the level. This is just facts. He can pixelate anything he wants, but he can't pixelate it to a ball, to a 360-degree sphere. So if he can't pixelate natural water and its natural behavior, if he can't pixelate that, then he can't prove no globe. Look at this right here. These are different containers of water. And one thing that we know about the behavior of water on a natural level is that it always finds its level even in different type of containers. But he talk about this right here. He said that we have to do scientific methods. I'm trying to pull it up, which I don't mind doing scientific methods because flat earth concepts, they are hidden by Google and YouTube. Anytime you look up stuff on YouTube about flat earth, is always somebody talking about flat earth. They won't be honest and give us our credentials and give us our credit of putting those videos out there. I even had a model that I had a long time ago proving seasons, eclipses, and other things like that, but yet they took it down off my page, and the other flat earther page who sent it to me. So now he was saying something about he can that we supposed to be doing scientific methods. Well, if you're gonna do scientific methods and stuff like that, you better have proof that water can contradict this and form into a ball. You're gonna Because in order for water to form into a ball, water will have to flow uphill, and water don't flow uphill. Because if you want to say water don't flow uphill on the globe, then if that's the case, then you telling me all the water is rushing down to the bottom where Antarctica is. And here's another thing about it, because we was also discussing about Antarctica, and let me show you something real quick. I want a real picture of Antarctica. A real picture of Antarctica. This is all you're gonna get as a continent. This all you're gonna get. Maps, CGI images, drawings. That's about it. You're not gonna get no real picture of Antarctica as a continent. So you want to say you can't prove an ice wall. You can't prove a small ice cap called Antarctica under the earth. You can't. So now, these are just, little simple stuff that they can't prove. This is all you're going to get right here when you're dealing with Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? Look, CGI images. I want y'all to look at all of these CGI images and maps and different things like that. But this is a college professor because he's smart enough to know and use critical thinking, but he's an indoctrinator like they all are. You know what I'm saying? They like to talk down on you and make fun of you if you question their concepts. So it don't even make no sense. So I don't like when we doing these type of debates and you want to make a claim, talk about gravity. Yeah, if you want to make a claim talking about gravity exists or something like that, and I know a lot of people do think gravity exists, but this is between me and Michael and stuff like that. This is just between me and Michael. So if you want to try to show the scientific method of what you call it, of gravity existing, then he's gonna have to explain this right here. Like if the moon can pull all the waters of the earth out and cause high tides and stuff, why come gravity can't pull all this cup of water out of the darn cup? Now he's gonna say, "Oh, and this is what I was saying in our discussion. Gravity can work on a micro level. I mean, on a micro level, but it can't work on a macro level. Gravity is supposed to be a force. It's supposed to be a force, right? So if gravity is pretty much a force, then that means that it's supposed. Now we know when we're dealing with force, heavier objects with more mass are weaker to our forces are weaker to heavier objects with more mass. This is why it's easier to pick up a small piece of paper than it is to pick up a bowling ball. This is just facts. There are different type. You got pull forces, you got pull forces, you got push forces, you got all of these different type of forces in us, but gravity got its own rule. Gravity the only force that you can pick up heavy objects or pull heavy objects, but you can't pull small objects. Now watch this right here. You telling me gravity can hold all the waters down, but Gravity can't stop this little butterfly from flying. Gravity can't pull this butterfly down. So this butterfly has a 9 gram wing force that it applies when it moves its force. How can 9 grams of force overpower and defeat a force that is holding down 2,000 and 2.6 trillion, billion trillion pounds of water? Come on now, we'll be dead. Look at this right here. And I did a research on this. It's 3.2, what they call it, 3.26 billion, million trillion gallons of water that's on the earth. You convert that into pounds because 1 gallon equals 8 point something pounds. And you multiply 3.26 trillion. Watch this right here. Look at this. This how many gallons, like I said, this how many gallons of water that is on the earth. 3.26 million trillions of gallons. That's, and 1 gallon, you convert gallons into pounds and stuff like that. And this how much you get. 8.34 pounds.
Is this some kind of debate to where this brother can't be interrupted?
Nah, I'm doing a what you call it? I'm doing a rebuttal to what's the other dude name? Because he was telling everybody that I chickened out in our discussion on his channel.
But can I ask you a question though? Since you're doing a rebuttal, can I ask you a question about the butterfly thing?
Who is this? Oh,
this
outside the cube?
Yeah, this your brother Cube, yeah.
Yeah, in a little bit. Yeah, in a little bit.
So how much more you have, brother?
And yeah, this is a recap, bro. This is a recap, and we can do all that after I finish the recap.
Yeah, but how much more do you have? Like, I'm just trying to figure
out.
Look,
I'll tell you what. What's your question?
Yeah, my question is this. So when you talk about the butterfly, now when you look at the butterfly, it's obviously flapping its wings. Now, when it's flapping its wings, what is it trying to do?
When it flaps its wings, it gains particles around air.
No. I'm asking you, what is it trying to do when it flaps its wings?
Fly.
Oh, okay. So what is the water doing when you see it at the bottom of a jar? And it's not at the top of a jar, it's at the bottom of a jar. What is that water doing?
It's staying stable at the bottom of the jar.
Okay. So is that water flapping its wings trying to go against any force?
Well, here's the thing outside the cube, because
you can call me Cube. No, you can call me Cube, brother. It's cool.
All right, Cube. Here's the thing. You can't tell me that a force that is a universal force that is all around us, that is holding all the waters of the earth down. That's a lot of force. That's a lot of force holding 326 million trillion gallons of water. That's 2.6 pounds if you multiply that times 8.34. 2.6 billion trillion pounds of force that's holding us down.
I wasn't asking that though. Can you answer my question though? Because I want to engage with you, but I want you to answer my question. Yeah, and if you have questions, I can answer yours. It's not a big deal. So once again,
but this is a recap, and you asked the question.
But you allowed me to ask. But you allowed me to ask the question.
And I had answered the question.
But you actually didn't though, because my question was.
You did. Your question was the butterfly thing. Why is the butterfly moving its wings? What is it trying to do? I said it's trying to fly. You also asked, what is the water doing under the container? I said it's staying stable under the container.
Freeze. So if the butterfly does not flap its wings and it stands,
come on. I'm gonna ask you all that later, bro. I'm gonna let you ask all the questions you need later.
So you're not gonna answer my question, is what you're saying.
I answered 2 of your questions.
Yeah, he gonna answer your questions. He gonna answer it later. You might want to sit back because we got more. We ain't even showed the video. He just basically going over the conversation he had with the fella. So hold your questions till a little bit towards the end, a little bit, And he's gonna rush through it a little bit real quick because it's more. It's a lot more.
Okay, so now based off, see, now I almost got thrown off and stuff like, oh, okay, so now we was discussing about gravity. Now we know that there's no force out there that can deal with heavy masses easier than it deal with lighter masses. That's just not happening. That's just not no fact. I mean, it's just not. You know, you can't pull a car easier than you could pull a shopping basket. But according to the laws of gravity, you can. You know what I'm saying? You can according to the laws of gravity. Well, if that's the case, then we should be able to pick up whole stores and pick up whole cars and all of these other things if gravity needs more mass. So I mean more mass. So this is the debate that we was. This was the debate topic I was bringing up with him, and so he started talking about like frictions on the slate and all of these different things as we about to actually go into the debate and actually show you what is going on.
So are you done now? Because it sounds like you stopped.
No, I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, okay.
Y'all see it?
Yeah, but we don't hear the audio.
Okay,
Is
let
this
me. My
is
bad.
this the white guy that was beating you up?
That was beating me up.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
guy that we had a
okay.
discussion.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me tell outside the cube something. Outside the cube. Let's don't make me bring out how you ran from committee and got beat by Lance on this topic that you trying to question me on. So you might need to just fall back, bro, and just listen to the show. Cause all I gotta do is get Lance in here. To all I gotta do is get
Oh, so
Lance.
you're a fan. Oh, you're a fan. That's what's up.
I'm a dude that watched you get your butt whooped. Oh, like you a fan of this white guy right here that we also that
I don't know
accredited.
who that white guy is, but I'm sure he gave you crazy work because
But
this long ass
but hold on, wait a minute.
No, don't get distracted. No, we're not gonna do that one. I'm gonna set you back if you can't sit there and wait and let him get it out. Don't go back and forth with him right now. Get your information out, and then like at the end, whatever y'all want to deal with, y'all can deal with. But right now, we trying to.
He's mad because I'm attacking his oppressor. That's what he mad at. That's why he's mad. He's getting very emotional.
Yeah.
But let's continue though.
Yeah, put back your screen.
Well, if you're ready, I mean Brian just kind of waffled a bit about gravity. Maybe you can do better. Tag team in.
Well, he probably beat you in the gravity concept, but you know your ego probably didn't see it.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I'm
All right. Well, whenever you're ready,
ready.
I'll put you on screen when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. And New Zealand see a partial moon. Yep. Didn't know what to do with that. Obi-Wan says it's so funny they invent. And why do things fall at 9?
Look, so-called advanced mathematical equations if you want to, but if you can't prove this concept in reality, then your mathematical concepts gonna go down in the drain. See me, I'm a smart thinker. I'm not a hard thinker. I don't think hard. I think smart.
Yeah, he's such a smart thinker. He can't even figure this shit out. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you can't talk to me about gravity because you got beat by Lynch. So you should go talk to Lynch about that first and redeem yourself. I don't want to hear nothing about gravity from you till you go beat Lynch. So somebody got to mute their mic. All right, let me continue. So while
Make
all
it
this
full
stuff
screen.
what'd you say?
Make it full screen.
Okay, let me go back. And all of the other concepts about the globe, well, I could just attack you from the heart, which is gravity. If I could destroy gravity, your whole heliocentric might go down the toilet.
All right. Well, then why do things fall at
Do things
9.8
stop?
meters? At 9.8 meters per second
Well,
squared.
first
Why?
of all,
What is it? What is the plausible
okay, I'm gonna tell
mechanism?
you. Let me tell you. I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you. First of all, you yourself have not even got that meter down. You can't tell me a feather moves at 9.8 meters per second when it hit the ground. So we're not gonna talk about that. But here's the thing. This is what we gonna say how things fall, and this is what I know for a fact. Despite the fact that heavy things fall faster than light things, is due to the fact of weight and resistance of its medium that is in.
Okay. So you say. So how? So what's the cause of the 9.8 meters per second squared downward acceleration?
Well, sir, the downward acceleration for 9.8 meters per second, that's not really proven. You know what I'm saying? Unless you take a meter and measure the speed of the object falling, because if a ball falls faster than a feather, the feather ain't moving at 9.8 miles per second, or meters per second. I mean, 9.8 meters per second, because they both will have to hit the ground at the same time for them to both move at 9.8 meters per second.
Okay.
That's it.
Are you aware that there's other ways to measure the magnitude of downward acceleration?
The magnitude, can you measure the magnitude right now in front of everybody?
Yeah.
And let's see if you can actually, I tell you what, get something out of your room. We are closed. Okay. All right. But so hold on, wait a minute. So as y'all can see right here, and drop it and see if it's gonna move at 9.8 meters per second magnitude in acceleration.
Yeah, you can actually do that with just a spring scale or a piezoelectric scale.
A what?
A piezoelectric scale.
Now, as y'all see right here, the dude couldn't even be professional, so he took a picture and said and used this as a picture of me and stuff like that, because this is globe earth strategy. Try to make you look as stupid as possible, you know. See, if he come here and debate, I'm not gonna do that to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that to him. I'm just gonna beat him with the information. Not anything in your room, not any little average stuff in your room.
Well, many people have bathroom scales. They're spring scales. They measure the downward acceleration.
No, I'm talking about, like, can you take something like real light and something that's real heavy and drop it at the same time and still they both can move?
Yeah, well, I mean, you need to control, to do science right, you need to control for confounding variables, right?
So now he's talking about confounding variables. But if you want to talk about confounding variables, if I drop a bowling ball fast, I mean, in a feather at the same time, I'm pretty sure the bowling ball is gonna fall first, because it has more weight. It has more weight, and it has more resistance around the air that is in. So he's talking about confounding variables, but that don't stop the fact that a bowling ball fall faster than a leaf. And he say everything move at 9.8 meters per square. You know what I'm saying? But they wouldn't fall at the same time. That's all I wanted to show y'all and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, great. Thank God that's over. Oh, thank God. Whew. All right.
I'm talking about with the screen sharing, bro.
Oh, I apologize. Go ahead, finish up, brother.
Bro, and even if still you can't talk to me about gravity, bro. You gotta beat Lance first, bro, in order for you to talk to me about gravity.
You said I gotta be lynched first?
I said you gotta beat Lance first, cause you got whooped in gravity. So you're
Oh,
not
okay.
telling me or nothing about gravity yet until you talk to Lance first.
Yeah, brother, I agree with you because you're one of the nutsos that don't even really mess with people who actually study this for a living. You believe that everybody all of the professors who are in college are wrong. So yeah, you would say the same thing to a college professor, a physicist. You would tell them the same thing. So I think I'm in great position because you look at me like a physicist. Like
No, I don't.
you
Hey,
actually do,
matter of fact,
brother.
I tell you what scientific experiment yourself have you done to prove a force that's strong and weak at the same time?
I'm actually performing one right now, and if
Performing
you're
one
it,
right now?
and
Can you
if you're
show us right now?
intelligent
Now, can you show us right now?
and if your intelligence went above approximately 70, you would understand the experiment. But unfortunately, it doesn't. So this is why you're stuck
See,
where
and
you
this
are.
I'm talking about typical Goldberg. They just talk noise. They can't prove anything, so they just talk noise, and I think that's supposed to make them smart. I
Yeah,
How do
asked
you
you,
let's
talk
hold back
noise?
on the ad homs. Let's hold back on the ad
hold on,
homs, OTQ, for a
hold
second.
on,
Let the
hold on.
brother
Wait a
bring out.
minute.
Let him fire back at the dude for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
He said he
And
was
then we
done.
can
He said
have
he was done.
a little
He said he
question
was.
round. Uh,
He
no,
said
he
he
still
was.
has
He said
one
he was
more
done.
video. There's
Oh
one
no.
there's one short video that he has to do because the dude did a whole nother video on him without him even being involved.
Hey, let
So
me get on
did
my
you do
other
that one
phone
yet?
real quick. Y'all heard
You
me?
did that one?
Yeah, I just did. Yeah, let me
Oh,
get on
okay,
my
okay, okay.
original
All right.
phone real quick.
All right, so you know what I'm saying? You can give your commentary, and then after that, is that okay if there's
Yeah,
question and answers, brother Takari?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
staying
not,
out of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah, yeah.
staying out of this.
It sounds like he's like in his 20s and he grew up in the computer era, but can't understand how computers work, which is weird to me. But he has all this intelligence about, flat Earth, but can't work a phone or anything new age, which is weird. Brother, are you there,
Is
brother?
he done?
To
Is he
Corey?
he left?
To Corey? Oh, yeah. He left. To
Yeah,
Corey?
you know he changing
He
devices.
might have
Give him a
he
few
might have fell
minutes.
for a second. Maybe he'll come back. I don't know.
No, no, he's changing
Oh,
devices.
listen to the million excuses. He's changing devices. He's doing that. Change your panties, nigga. How about that? My bad. I just had to say that. I ain't mean no disrespect.
Yeah, we got people watching. Don't
Yo,
do that.
yeah. This was his backfire at the white boy. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Give him an opportunity to speak for himself, because a lot of times people will do videos and they'll throw stones from the distance and don't allow
right.
somebody to return fire. But obviously I'm not a flat earther. You know what I'm saying? Me and him have already chopped it up, you know what I mean, on this topic. And I'm, what I'm saying, I
Yeah.
support the brother. He's a good brother. He's a good
Let me
brother.
just say it since you won't say it. Change your panties and get the skitties out your shit. Fuck it. I'll just say it. But never mind that. I'm gonna be quiet and wait till he come back.
Shut up, or I'll kick you out. You
So
just
so
did
you
it
know what?
again.
Yeah, yeah, that's an ad hom. But my only issue, well, it's not my only issue, but my primary issue with the gravity debate and the water, like what you have brought up. There he is. He's back. All right, cool. I knew he was gonna come back. But my issue is, and I'm not making a statement or a claim, because what I'm not doing, what I'm saying, I told my brother from the Jump Street, I'm not here to debate him. You know what I'm saying? But our bodies are filled with water. So if we go by if we go by the diagram that he used with the glass of water, then all of the water in our bodies, would that not be in our feet and
hey,
not running through our bodies? Would gravity
y'all hear
not
me?
pull the water into the bottom of
Yeah,
our
we
feet,
can
or
hear
the
you.
lack of gravity?
We can
And
hear you.
Nah, bro.
that's
It
just a
wouldn't work. It
question.
don't work
I
like
had
that.
to.
It don't work like that,
That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah,
Zion. Because see, if you had a whole lot of water in your feet, bro, you wouldn't be able to walk, bro.
exactly.
That's why this
So
shit
Right,
is
that would be
so
out.
false.
That
so
That's
would be
why
a
so
it's
week out.
that's why it's false, smart guy. That's why it's false. Oh my god.
that's why
So
gravity is false.
so listen. So listen. Listen, hold on. Let me say this. So when Dookie was over there showing these pictures and cups and glasses of water, and all of the
Okay,
water was at
okay,
the
okay. Listen,
Wait,
listen
wait,
here,
wait, wait,
because
wait.
you in
Hold
the
bro.
on.
Let
So
me finish,
you trying
bruh.
wait?
Hey, let
You
me
trying to
finish,
say
nah.
bruh.
you trying to
First of
say
all,
water in the glass is the same as water in the body?
Hold on. Listen. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. But
Man, you
hold on.
silly as hell, bro.
I know.
nah.
Man,
I
I
know.
mean,
I
I
know.
mean,
I know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Go ahead.
Let
Hey,
me. Hey,
Kareem, can you
listen.
mute this man's mic real quick?
Bro, you just came back. I was already in the middle of speaking.
Man, nigga, this my show, nigga. This my show right now, nigga. Nah, shut the
Nah,
hell
shut the
up.
hell up.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
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 nah, nah.
nah,
It's
nah,
you.
nah,
I can
you. I
barely
can
hear you,
barely hear you.
Corey. Bring your phone a little closer to your face, cause you're a little
Y'all
lower
hear
than
me now?
you. You're not on the laptop.
Nigga, bring it to your pelvic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my what's called.
Nah. I can hear you real good. I can hear you real good. Y'all can hear me?
I hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Yeah. So nah. All I'm asking is this. I want a scientific demonstration right now from you. I don't want to see that jumping up stuff because we know the truth on why we stay on the ground. And it's simply due to the fact of us being heavier than the surrounding medium that we in which why we stay on the ground. This is just simple. When you have more, the heavier you are around the medium that you in, the more resistance that you have around your medium. This is just facts. Ain't no way in hell you a grown man calling yourself outside the cube, but you still thinking us inside the box. And then you getting mad at me for attacking your oppressor. This straight coon stuff. So now when we're dealing with gravity, gravity is this concept that's supposed to hold all the waters of the earth down to a ball, but yet you can't show me that nowhere in reality. You have to show me a CGI picture of water forming into a ball. You want to tell us gravity is pulling all the waters of the earth towards the moon, but yet it can't pull my cup of water out of my darn cup. But yet it can't pull my water out of my cup. So when you telling me about gravity, fool, you can't even prove this mythological force because we know that anytime we dealing with a force, it needs less mass to have stronger force. You can't pull a car faster than you can pull a basket, dude. And it's just not real. It's just not real. You can laugh. I mean, you can cry to your daddy NASA all you want to. You can cry to Isaac Newton and all them other folks if you want to, because you all you got is sources from people saying that gravity exists, but you don't got no real scientific method. Y'all want to talk about a darn torsion balance and stuff or a Cambridge experiment, but you can't use a torsion balance that's moving that take 5 minutes to move 2 funky centimeters to prove why all of them dirt a force that could swing big ass celestial bodies in circles and stuff. You just can't prove it. Gravity contradicts itself. It's strong and then it's weak at the same goddamn time. Now I don't know. No, you would say that the Bible contradicts itself, but gravity can hold elephants down to the ground, but can't pull a darn balloon down to the ground. But yet that's not a contradiction. Gravity can get a pass. Now this stuff. Now tell me how much sense that bull crap make.
Uh, I reach out to the oppressor. Yes, I do. And if I believed in the God that you believe in, I would pray that this oppressor would take your ass out to the back shed and whip your back for every fucking piece of skin that you have. And whip it and whip it and whip it until there's no skin left. Because an ignorant nigga like you, because an ignorant
Nigga, you sound like you got stuff in your nose,
right,
boy. Stop it.
right. Okay. Hey, that's cool.
So
Maybe I
so
do,
so
maybe I don't.
listen.
But a nigga like
Hey,
you does
y'all about to
Check
not.
this
get
out.
man.
So
Y'all about to
listen.
get
So
all out of
listen.
hand, bro. Y'all about to get really out of hand,
Now,
bro.
because first of all, he trying to talk about
Why
a
don't you
topic
just
that he
continue
lost
with
in.
your show?
He gonna get mad at
Why
me.
don't
It's the
you
He gonna get
continue
mad
with
at
your
me
hyperbolic
now.
talking,
show
baby.
Now he gonna get
and
mad
mute
at me
you
for
till you
attacking
finish?
his oppressor. He gonna get mad at me for attacking his oppressor. He gonna talk about I pray that the
All
white
that's all
man
right.
whoop you because
I
I'm
just
not
want you to
listening.
Yeah,
finish
Nigga,
no,
your
we're gonna
show.
stick to the
tell me how much
information.
sense that makes.
Yeah,
No,
I want you to stick to your show and deal with Cube after your presentation,
he
bro.
did. This is
He's
for
done.
question.
He's
This
done.
is oh
Oh,
no, this
okay,
is for
okay. Now
question
y'all can go
round.
rock
But
out.
I want you to be respectful, Q, because this is his platform
Yes,
right
I
now.
will
Okay.
be.
Okay. Thank you.
Sister, I
All
promise
right,
you
rock
I'm
out,
gonna be
fellas. Rock out.
Thank you.
I promise you I'm going to be as respectful as this brother has been to me. So when he was just speaking right now, I never said a word. So now let me continue my statement. That oppressor that you claim that I work for, pray to, all of that, I wish that they would beat with a cat of nine tails every inch of skin off of your fucking back.
Okay, now this is
Be-
what we talking about. Instead
Hold
of
on,
trying
bro.
to
Why you
prove
interrupting
gravity,
me, bro?
nah,
Listen, when
nigga,
you was
cause this my
disrespecting me,
show.
I let you
Nigga, this
go.
my
I let
show.
you go when you
Nigga,
was
this is my
disrespecting
show.
me.
Nigga, this is my show right now, nigga.
Yeah, no, we're
Now
not
what?
going to do that one.
Now what? Now
OT,
what?
OT, man. Yeah,
You started.
tone
You
down,
came
man.
out,
Turn,
started
turn
here
down
instead
just a
of
little
trying
bit.
to prove gravity
That's
as a force. You talk about I hope the white man tear your ass up. Now this is this the coon. Why y'all even got this guy on here?
Yeah,
With this
no, we're
coon
not going to
stuff.
talk about somebody doing something to
Look,
somebody.
man. Look, man.
Just
I'm
stick
not.
to hold on. Just stick to the information, Q. When you come on here, stop threatening
but,
people.
I'm
but
debunking gravity. I'm
yeah, but
debunking
Corey,
gravity, and all he got is an
you went
insult.
to an ad hom by saying you went to an ad hom first by saying that he got upset about his oppressors. Don't do
Brother,
that
kick
either,
the
because when you do
information,
that,
bro.
you open yourself up. Hold on, Yashar, please, Elder.
I
Hey,
got you.
Yashar
Go
ain't
You
ahead.
do
said
that.
nothing, bro.
If you
Yashar didn't say
brother,
nothing.
I just saw Yashar flying. Was that you? Was that you? Not
That's Yasha.
Yashar. Yasser.
Yasha.
Yes. Terry. I don't. Sometimes I pronounce it the same way. I'm not talking to you, General. So yeah, to Corey, the first thing you said was an ad hom when you said, "Oh, you coming back, your oppressors, this, that, and the other." If you when you go there, you open up that can of worms. So if you stay focused on the information as opposed to trying to, you know what I'm saying, go to the white man fallacy argument,
Right.
then you open up a can of worms for him to also throw those
Both
worms
of
out
y'all.
at
Now
him.
here's
Both
the
of
thing,
y'all.
Zion.
No,
Here's the
no,
thing,
Terry.
Zion.
I mean, TKO. Just stick to the information and don't let him get at you off your game. Just stick to the information. He was right. Both of y'all do not throw ad hominems and talk about no pressures. You did open the door for him to even talk how he want to talk. So please,
Yeah,
just stick
I
to the
just want to be
information.
able.
Let
I
him
just
do
want
with
to
the
be able.
information you gave out.
I just want to be able to decide between the information. I can't decide between the information when the brothers is cussing and fighting and shit. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
want to be able to
yeah, I feel you,
decide.
brother.
Yeah.
I feel you, and you know what? Shouts out to Zion and the sister for being honest, because I wasn't being disrespectful to the brother. He actually was calling me like some type of coon, and he did call me a coon after that. You know, which is whatever. But at the same time, I gotta get out what I gotta say because he was thoroughly allowed to get out
All
what
right.
he had to
So
say,
let's get back to the
and I did
information
not
then.
interrupt him. I allowed him to say it. So let me finish
All
by
right.
saying this.
Yeah. All right.
I pray to the God I don't believe in because I'm an atheist that they take your back and they pull every piece of skin off the back.
Hey, Q,
Hold on, but how does he get to talk about me and I
Q.
can't finish what I gotta say?
No,
Well,
Nobody
we
cut
want
him
we
off when he was
want
calling me a
we just
coon.
you
wanted to
already
stop
I'm
all
you
of
already
talking
that.
shot
about
the ad hom.
gravity.
You shot the
We
ad
just
hom
want to stop.
already. Now you're repeating it. Let's not be redundant. You
No,
said
I
you
want to
wanted
finish
the oppressor that he claimed
bro.
that you would support. You said that. So let's get to the information, Q, because I know that you got good information. So let's stay on course, please,
Right, because you
because
repeated
Tacory
that
got no
three times.
argument.
Oh no, Zion. You repeated that 3 times. You didn't even move the fuck on to the next thing that you had to say. Now, come on now. Stop being sarcastic, please.
Sister, the reason I didn't move on because I didn't finish.
No,
Hey, you
we
gotta
heard
mute.
it. We
Somebody gotta
heard
mute.
it. No, We heard
Now,
that.
now
Now move on to
that's
your
why I said what
information.
I said, because he
Let's get to the
came here.
facts, man.
Yeah,
Let's
because
get to
he
the
came
science.
here to start some
Yeah, I
stuff.
just
That's what
want to
he
hear the
came back for.
information, man. I don't want to hear all the dumb shit. I want to hear the smart shit, not the dumb shit.
Right.
All
And I
right,
think both
all
of
Yeah,
y'all
so
brothers got good arguments. So you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Let's
so
stay
right.
in the science. Let's stay with the
What would you like
scholarship.
him to repeat what he was saying without the ad homs and the
No,
information? So okay,
no,
did you remember
no.
what he said besides
I
the ad
don't.
homs?
It doesn't matter at this point.
Okay, thank you.
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But
Come
if
Get
you
on,
to
want to talk
Tarcori,
about
get with the
somebody,
information,
okay,
man.
okay, my bad. Now here's the
Right.
thing. Okay, now when
Emotional.
we're dealing with gravity,
Em-
right?
and he's
When
still
we're
cutting me off. It's my turn to speak. Like this is woman talk.
No,
when
let him go,
when
T Perry. Let him go, TK. And I thought you said you was cool, but go ahead.
go
Right.
with the science.
So
But
now,
don't go
so
Carl
now,
Thomas on us, yo. No Carl Thomas, yo.
listen. Let me just say this, and I'll move on. I was only trying to get out my sugar honey iced tea, how he was allowed to slander me 3 times uninterrupted because it's so called his show. He was allowed to do that 3 times with nobody intervening and said, hey, we ain't doing that here because it's his show. And that's cool. And I'm done with that. And let me move on. I'm done with it. Let me move on. I think people
All right. All
understand
right.
what I was trying to say. And I pray to his God that that happens to him swiftly. But with that being said, so now, initially, what I brought up to the brother is somebody got to mute. I hear kids in the background. So initially, what I brought up to the brother, which I would
You got it, Cube. Go ahead. Everybody's muted.
Kick your piece, Tarcori.
yeah, yeah, what I was pretty much saying is that like gravity is a contradicting force, and even the people that came out with the concept of gravity even contradicted themselves. One came out said gravity is what causes things to fall. Another one started talking about the theory of relativity and the bending of time and space. So these scientists that came out with this concept of gravity or with this theory of gravity, they don't even know exactly what it is. Why are they only giving, and even if it's not a contradiction, why are they only giving us small and small parts of gravity? I even got videos on my
hey
channel
brother, really quick.
showing.
I'm not trying to stop you, but you wasn't speaking. You probably got cut off. We just heard you
Oh,
talking
you
in the
hear me?
middle. Yeah, I hear you now, but you like just started talking. So my
Okay.
question, did you hear my question?
What was your question?
Oh, so you don't remember my question. My
No, what was
question
your?
was, yeah, I'm about to tell you. So what we see is we see the butterflies. I was trying to get back to that. Now that's the Q&A. We see the butterflies actively doing something to defy what you claim that we so-called gravity. So when you say the water isn't doing this, what is the water doing to try to get away from gravity? What is the water doing?
I had already answered your question. Water is dense. It's denser than air. So if water is in a container, water is not going to be pulled from out of the container due to the fact that it's denser than air. The reason a butterfly can fly because it obviously got wings, and when it flies wings, it apply force from its wings, causing it to capture air particles. You know what I'm saying? When it captures those air particles, then it elevates.
So hold on, you telling me that if water had wings, it would be able to do the same thing as a butterfly does?
No, no. I just
Huh?
told you water is heavier than a medium that is in. Water is heavier than a medium that is in. Like if I pour water on the ground right now, the medium that's around that water is air. Water is 8 times denser than air. We all know
It
this. Water is
isn't
eight
isn't
times denser than air. Hold on, dude. Wait a minute. Water is 8 times denser than air. So therefore, the water will fall to the ground. Therefore, yeah, the water would fall to the ground.
that's not what I'm asking,
Gravity.
brother. That's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking that
And,
at
and,
all. I
and,
want you to
and,
stay
and
focused.
second of all, I did answer your question at first. You said, "What do water do to escape off the ground?" First of all, water don't escape off the ground. That's not one of water's natural properties. That's
brother.
not
That
what.
was,
So that
but
so
that's. Go
water
ahead.
water stays in the container. Water stays in the container because it's more denser than the air. It don't float
Be,
up. It don't do any of that
okay.
because it's denser than the air.
What about clouds
So,
though?
so
What about clouds, Doc?
You asking me that?
Yeah, yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no,
With
no,
all due
no.
respect,
He's asking me that.
I'm asking you about clouds. Clouds are water vapors. We know that water is not just dense all the time. That there's something called, what is it called? The condensation. Condensation is when water vapor, like right now, you're breathing in water vapors into your nostrils. That what causes you to have snots, boogers, and all of that stuff. Liquid is going into your lungs all the time. Our oxygen is partly water. Water floats.
Dagger.
And when it's
Okay, okay.
when it condenses, hold on, and when condensation happens, then water being continues to attach to each other and connect to each other, then it becomes more dense with weight where it has to fall, right? So condensation happens all the time, every day.
You giving him
Water,
too much,
rain,
bro. Let him answer that. You
all
giving
right,
him
all right,
too
all
Okay,
right. My
much.
okay,
bad.
okay. Let me
Con,
deal with
con, con,
that.
con, con.
First of all, when you're dealing with the concept of matter or the states of matter, when things are subjected to thermal energy, molecules break apart, which causes each of these things to be able to transform into their different
What the
aspects.
fuck?
Like you got what, dude? You got ice cube. It gets to its melting point, it turns into water. It gets to its boiling point, it turns into water vapors. Those water vapors are completely light. Like I said, the reason they float up is because they are lighter than the air. Those water vapors are actually lighter than the air. So that's why the clouds can stay up in the air because they are water vapors. They are the gas states of water.
Bro,
Oh,
hold on, real quick. I have to ask this question, brother. Do you know how many types of matter there are? Just real quick.
You got solids, you got liquids, you got gas, and you got plasma.
Mm. Do you know the other three?
What are the three?
Yeah, that's your problem. Go ahead, bro.
That's my problem. Now here's the thing. Now here's the thing. Are those gases? Are they converted through thermal energy and going into
You're
different states
you're
above the
saying
gas
gases.
station?
You're saying
Dude,
gases,
listen,
and this is part of your problem is that you
listen.
don't
See, this is
understand
what I'm
matter.
talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You don't understand what goes on into our reality. You don't understand what goes on into our reality because, like I said, remember, gravity is a force that only attracts. Now, picture playing a game of tug of war, right? When you're
Who
playing a
brought up
game of
gravity? Who brought up gravity?
see, can somebody mute this man's
that's
mic?
in this discussion. The discussion that he brought up, the video was about gravity, and that's where
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
but
argument
I'm
about the
having a.
water in the container
I'm
was.
the question I asked him was about the types of matter, but he brought up gravity. So I have to
Because this is
ask,
about gravity. So you the one who's off topic.
Right.
bro.
So just
Listen,
mute
I
your mic.
asked you about the different types of matter, and you told me three different
Bro,
types.
listen.
No, you gave me four. Actually, you added plasma. So then you brought up gravity.
Yes, because this is about gravity.
So why
You
so
went
why
and
don't you
hold
so
on.
why don't you take a
You
second
went,
and look up the rest of the types of matter? Why don't you do that? Like why don't
dude,
you
be
educate
quiet, bro.
yourself?
Bro, no,
And
why don't you
you know
use
what?
critical thinking?
For
Why
the
don't you
sake,
use critical thinking?
but
Just mute your
listen,
mic
I need to
and
use
I'ma break
critical
it down.
thinking. And you know
But
what? For the sake of this
what
conversation, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out because this dude
Hold,
is just
hold tight.
not
Just
intelligent.
try not
not
to be
intelligent, but
try not to be so contentious. And you could have brought out the other forms. Why didn't you
No,
tell?
but the brother is not intelligent enough.
bro, first of all, bro,
Nah,
all you go
he's
How
not
did you
intelligent,
break that
bro.
down?
see, this
If
is the
there was other
problem.
forms of
This
matter,
is the
then that
problem.
was your opportunity to add onto the
You want
bill.
to know why?
Bro, I'm
Because
not
those
talking
other
to
no,
anybody
listen,
that knows what they're talking about if he doesn't even know that there
listen,
are at
listen,
least
listen,
7 types of matter. He doesn't even
listen.
know.
Dog,
I'm
be
not
quiet.
interested
Hey,
in
hey,
this
Karima,
conversation.
can you?
Hey,
All
thank
right,
you
get
so
on
much. Good
somewhere.
night, you guys. Good night, you
All
guys.
right,
Peace.
get out of here. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, so now here's the thing. All he's gonna do is just regurgitate stuff that he don't even do no scientific field work on. That's all he's gonna do. He really think regurgitating information is intelligence. Last time I checked, I thought intelligence means using your head. Using your head is not going to a source and seeing what somebody else saying and say, see, that's facts. That's not using your head. So for the fact that this dude think he intelligent, but he don't even know how the simple concepts of force work. He don't even know that. That's the simple concept of how force work. We all know that if like if they because they say that gravity is holding all the waters to a ball and curving it into a ball. Now, remember, water, he don't even know how much water is on the earth. It's 3.26 million trillion gallons of water. And force and gravity will have to be using that much force to hold all the waters of the earth right now. That's you do you know how much pressure that is? That's enough pressure to kill us. But yet we could stand up, but yet we could jump. We can do all of that other stuff. But yet this force that is same force that is unless they want to talk about gravity as a type of smart force or something where gravity knows exactly how much weight to or pressure to apply on different things and stuff, but gravity is not a selective force. You can't tell me gravity is a smart force where it knows, oh, okay, this big old elephant is 7 tons, I'm gonna apply this pressure, but this little baby right here by the elephant is like like 12, 13 pounds. So I'm gonna apply this much pressure. No, it don't work like that. No, it don't work like that. He don't even know his own stuff. He don't do scientific experiment or even use his head to even think about why is gravity a contradicting force. He could say God contradicts himself when he have two opposing terms in his book, but he could say that but he could say gravity being real strong and real weak at the same time is not a contradicting force. It's a fact. That's what he would say. Y'all hear me?
Yep, you good.
Yeah, so he's talking about seven, the other three states of matter. Instead of talking about the other states of matter, he can't talk about the other three states of matter because I'm pretty sure those matters are way past the process of plasma. You know what I'm saying? And those process of plasma, we know that the more that a state of matter is in heat, it transforms and then the density gets lighter and lighter. Solids are heavier than water. I mean, liquids. Liquids are heavier than gases. Gases are heavier than plasma, and so on and so on. So he's going to try to talk about some real light gases that prove my point that is float up or stay up in the air because it's not heavier than the surrounding medium that it's in. So it has no resistance against its medium, so it can't fall. So that's what I'm saying. Hello?
Yep, we hear you.
Yeah, I'm done right now.
All right. Anybody else want to add to that?
Now you know my position. You know what I'm saying. I'm not a flat earther. I think personally, from my perspective, when you talk about density and density of things changes how gravity affects things, kind of in my perspective. But like I said, I'm not here to debate against you. You know what I'm saying? We had our debate, and whenever you feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, to have that discussion, that's when it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just wanted to make sure that you was able to shoot your shots back at this dude, you know what I'm saying, that made a video without you there. You know what I'm saying? Now, OT Cube, you know what I'm saying, kind of a hothead like me. So, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, compound the problem, you know what I'm saying, and go into into a diatribe. You know what I'm saying? I love you to death, Corey, you're a good brother. You know what I'm saying? We might not agree on everything. And this is what we do in the den. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we love each other. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we try to unite as brothers, you know what I'm saying, and scholars, bring our information to the table, you know what I'm saying? Try it by fire, as they say in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, and allow those who are watching to make their decision based upon the evidence and the facts. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's all love, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you, here's one of the things I had to learn myself. I don't shoot ad homs until somebody shoots an ad hom at me. When somebody says, "Oh nigga, you running," and want me to snip their finger, that's when I start getting retarded, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong?
That's a
Yeah, you
different
right.
story, a different topic. Get out of here.
So I'm just saying, so with Takari, you know, when you brought out that one point and you said, you know, when you said your oppressor, this, that, the moment you say your or you, and then that's a personal attack, that's an ad hom. It opens the gate for that person to equally ad hom you. So
Yeah, but here's the
we have to
thing.
be careful with that.
No, Zion. I don't even know why you even brought that back up because, you know, we need to clear that
But
way.
here's the thing, Zion.
You're supposed to be the host, so let's end this with a good note.
That's I'm not opening that up a can of worms for him to respond. I understand on both sides, y'all shot your shots, and everybody got a little contentious, and we do that. We're lions in the den. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we roar, sometimes we bite, sometimes we motherfucking goddamn fight. But at the end of the day, the whole purpose was to get the information out there and to get you to be able to respond, you know what I'm saying, back to somebody firing shots at you from a distance, you know what I'm saying? And so I think we did that, you know what I mean? And with that said, if there's anyone else, General Yashar or Eric
Shalom, Sister
Takari.
Divine. Shalom, Sister Divine. No, TKO, you did a great job, wonderful job, great information, great rebuttal, and great holding your composure as far as trying to go back and forth with.
Yeah, here's the thing. I saw you multiple times on SVDL, and most times when he get on panels to start submiss and stuff like that. So that's why I said what I said. Now I'm not saying that I was completely right in the whole thing, but I did know for a fact, or at least think, that he was gonna come with some bad intentions, you know. Like once I saw him, at first I was like, that's outside the cube. But then when I started hearing his dialogue and the way he was speaking, I'm like, okay,
we don't want to go back and forth about him because he got to come on and defend himself and all this.
Right,
so we're not going to do that. I didn't say that as far as that concerned. I was saying you did a good job holding it. He come on here and he do his job. He do this all the time, so it ain't just about you. So
yes.
Don't take it personal.
And that's what I was saying about gravity. Like nobody had completely figured it out yet. Even the people that actually supposed to be in the field dealing with this gravitational force. Gravity been out since 400 years, and the only experiment they got is a torsion balance. That's the only experiment that they got, and that experiment don't explain how a force can hold you down to a ball while at the same time cause planets to float and spin circles around each other. Those are two completely opposing and contradicting concepts. And here's another thing about that is, like, the sun's supposed to have 27.93 times of a gravitational pull than the earth, right? If y'all could go look that up, it's 27 times the strength of the gravitational pull of the earth. So if I'm playing tug of war and I'm 4 times stronger than my opponent and I pull him towards me with all my might, he gonna come towards me. And that's what gravity is supposed to be doing to the sun. That's what the forces of gravity from the sun is supposed to be doing to the earth, causing it to be pulled into it and crashed into it.
But that's not the only gravitational force, my brother. You have the other gravitational force of the other planets.
Zion, let him get his information out. And then you can talk to him in the back of what you disagree with. Okay?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. But Michael in the chat. Michael, get on here so we can set up something with you and Zion.
Yeah.
And don't be disrespectful. We ain't got time to go through what it is about. We're just gonna get a topic going on, and y'all can set up a debate because we ain't gonna keep on allowing you coming here talking about somebody.
No much. Brother Michael, you want to debate me? Come on up and let's set the debate, dialogue, and a schedule. I'm not going mudsling.
Oh yeah, I gotta go back to work. But hey, appreciate
All
y'all for
right,
having
brother.
me on, man. Appreciate and Zion,
Con,
appreciate you
con.
for setting this up, bro.
Much
You know what I'm
love to you,
saying?
brother. Much love. Yeah,
It's
man.
all love and stuff like that, man. You know, it's all love.
You already
Even when
know.
outside the
You,
cube, that it's all love for that brother and stuff like that. You know, I love my people and stuff. And, you know, and I do what I can for my people. You know, I be out here in these streets sometimes, teaching to my people, talking to my people, and doing all that other stuff. So it's no beef with nobody and stuff. I don't beef with nobody, even if
indeed.
somebody, you know, even if some like
Listen, we
me,
all passionate about our information. You know what I'm saying? We all passionate about how, you know what I'm saying, how we perceive the world, and we want to share that. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we rub each other the wrong way. So it happens, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we still have to stay unified. You know what I'm saying? There's greater fish to fry. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
There's bigger fish to fry.
I'm just mad that this darn oppressor did not make it up here to this darn preliminary.
No, he said he had something to do, so we gonna make sure that we hook up
Yeah,
another preliminary. We just let you get your information out on this link,
yeah.
but we gonna set up another one so y'all can get it in. We ain't gonna we understand he has some he was a coach or something.
He had other obligations. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't understand when I told him I was on my way down and I was in traffic and stuff like that. He made a video talking down on me, so yeah, I had to do this and stuff like that.
Right, right. So we gonna get it in as far as the preliminary, so you can get your information. He can get his information. He just had somewhere to go. He did say he had to go coach, so and he made it clear, so he's not running.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So with that said, if Brother Michael is still in the audience, you know what I'm saying, I'm open to have a dialogue without, you know what I'm saying, we can set this. Are you traveling? Okay, okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Should we just, you know what I'm saying, set up a separate stream for when he gets to a place where he can have a little 30-minute dialogue and set up a debate? What do you think, Karima?
We
He
just
said he's 10 minutes in traffic.
yeah, he said 10 minutes. We trying to shut it down, so we just gonna have to catch the next one. But just know that we trying to
All
set
right.
up something with you, so you can get it in. And
Yeah. So I don't want to hear none of that first
yeah, you ain't gotta
because
say
I'm
that.
right here.
Yep. All right. So
10 toes down, baby. Yo, Smusher.